Good evening, everyone. I hope you are well. As tonight, as most of you will be joining me, hopefully we're going to be baking chocolate mousse cake, which in some terms, some people will probably go, chocolate mousse cake, that's more like a cheesecake. Yes, it is, but it's called a chocolate mousse cake. So I'm going to give you a few minutes, hopefully people will be joining us, and Sam's going to be joining us as well in a minute to talk about a bit of our frolics and the things we've been up to this week in a wonderful lockdown, and also making our cake. So for those who haven't seen it yet, you may have seen the pictures. As you can see, here's our lovely cake, chocolate cake there. And I'll tell you what, it already tastes divine because I looked at the bowl earlier, so hence why I'm happy. So there I'll start tucking into that later. And again, as always, I take it down to my neighbours as well, because Tyler's been eating my food every single week. So Sam's going to come in just a minute. Hello, here he comes. And also, cheers everyone. We've not got decent running tonight, have we? We've actually got this. It's like alcoholic, isn't it? Norfolk cider, and this was actually bought by your mum, wasn't it? She bought that for me, so a little thank you. So no, thank you, because I love Norfolk cider. If you've never tried Norfolk cider, try it. It's awesome. Are you on the strong stuff, or are you on the juice?
I'm PGing it. I've got Robinson. Sugar Rush.
Sugar Rush, I love it. Okay, so it's very simple one tonight. And when I say simple one, it is a simple one tonight that you can do very easily at home. And it only took me probably no more than about 30 minutes to make tonight. So do join me if you are baking it. The ingredients are on the Let's Connect our community page. Tomorrow you'll probably start seeing my page. The actual YouTube channel has been properly launched. So that's Ric B's baking tutorials and dance tutorials. You can see it all on YouTube, and all these videos will be linked onto them tomorrow as well. The Christmas cake, and I saw the gingerbread sponge cake, which that went in 24 hours. 2 of them, didn't they? I mean, that just didn't last 2 minutes. And also all the other ones. And then what do we decide? We've got shortbread chocolate chip baking tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. And
then at some point we're going to be doing a chocolate orange cake.
I've been famous for mint aero and chocolate orange cake. So chocolate orange we're thinking next weekend. Okay, so that's going to come up. That's one of my favourites, chocolate orange. You put that beside me and it doesn't last 2 minutes, so I have to burn it off because I'm getting fat ready for Christmas. But cheers everyone, join me with on the other side tonight, not Disaronno, so hopefully it'll be fun. Sam's going to keep an eye on some of the comments for me tonight, as well as talking about updates this week and what's been so much fun, like loads of things we've been doing, little. And then on top of that, some of the little things I've brought, which I tell you what, most people will probably go, what the hell? I'm actually going, that is so yummy. So bear with me, I'll show you some little things I've brought this week. So let's get started. Let's do the chocolate mousse cake. For those again who just joined us, there's our little chocolate mousse cake. Put it inside with the strawberries on the top. It is like a cheesecake, but the cheesecake is a chocolate mousse cake, and that's what we call it.
Oh,
what we got?
Someone tried to make a Robbie Bull said, I tried to make a chocolate fudge brownie with ice cream and cherries and fudge, but it was awful. So maybe we'll make that at some point, and then, not to say like you can't make it, because you probably can, but we'll try and make it.
You just insulting me now, Robbie. Okay guys, so let's get it started. You need a tin, and anything from 23 to 25 centimetres of tin, and it doesn't have to be a tall tin because there's ways around it, okay? So with the tin, I've got a very small sandwich tin here, but what I have done is I've lined it round at the bottom and also around at the top here, so at least then when you do put the filling in, this will support the filling as it goes in. Trust me, it doesn't always work, but if you're very delicate, it will work. With this, even though it's simple, you can burn chocolate very quickly. So remember, when you go into the actual, put this either in the microwave or on the stove, you have to keep mixing it. So as Sam will kindly later for me, when he puts the chocolates, the dark and the actual milk chocolate in, he's going to mix it every 30 seconds, after 1 minute and 30 in the microwave, but do every 30 seconds a mix of the chocolate. So we get it nice and creamy, but we don't burn it so it goes crusty and awful and mank. Because you don't want to be sure I'm having that. Okay. This is a fun bit, guys. If you've got a blender, fantastic. If you haven't, well, sorry, but it's just not going to happen. It's going to be the old favourite way. I have a very small blender, but I'm going to have a bit of fun with this one tonight with you. So you need to get some little bags, like freezer bags, or whether that's a bag in the sense of a Tesco bag, but you need to make sure it's clean, dried, and make sure there's no germs or anything like that in it. So if you can open those up for me, Sam, and what I'm going to do
And the good thing is, you can kill two birds with one stone here, because if you've had a stressful day and you want to get your anger out, then this is the best thing to do it.
So, you're going to probably think that these bags are not really appropriate, and they aren't, to be fair, but I'm going to show you just a moment. But they do work enough for me to do everything I need to do. So even if you've got like freezer bags, sandwich bags, things like that, these are probably the most high. Are you eating them?
I have one.
One? They've been 200 grams. I've got 200 grams in there? I've got 300 grams.
Yeah.
Oh, bit, much more. That's cool. Okay,
One.
so what you're going to need is your freezer bags. Let me get the larger ones. I should have got them out earlier. And if you can get the others all open for me, that's fantastic. Look how I prepared one earlier, so that's fabulous. Okay. Yeah. So, what you're going to need is a rolling pin. So like Sam said, if you had a really, really bad day at work today, and that's the weekend, some people are, some people aren't. But if you had a really bad day at work, trust me, instead of battering your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, let's get back in it and smacking it. Okay, so if we can put them into here. So this is one I made earlier. We're going to use freezer bags in the US. I've got, what have I got here? And again, cleaned out bag, but a duty-free one. So if you stick all the biscuits in there for me, Sam, wicked. So Sam's had a bad day. And now we can see how much he takes it out with things. So make sure, again, you tie the bag up. But again, make sure it's cleaned out, or use an antibacterial bag, whatever you need, just to make sure. And you're going to crush these up. So, hopefully the table won't break this. So, Sam's going to have a show you his bad day routine.
If you don't have a rolling pin, use your fist. Just don't hurt yourself. I'm going to take this table down. So.
Okay, so while you're carrying doing that, if you want to put this back then, so Sam's going to fish up the side. And while Sam's doing that, again, as I said, with the tin, make sure it's lined through and you actually grease it as well. And actually the reason this is quite nice to hide because it's a very shallow tin, okay? Most people might say, why do you call it a cake? Well, it is a cake from when I speak, but they call it chocolate mousse cake, but it's a cheesecake, it's a bit of a mixture. I love making it. And do you know what? None of my family or my friends have ever seen me make it. I've made it for stalls before, or when I've been on my own, or when I've done it for work in previous workplaces, but I've never made it for friends or family. And I know my friend Jen probably be jealous as hell. And my mum was on the phone on Thursday and she was like, please bring her over. And I'm like, lockdown, love. Anyway.
Jen said it's the cake we're making today for her birthday. I saw
No.
that earlier.
No. No. She don't deserve anything for her birthday. I was in lockdown on my birthday. And so will you be. Can't see ya. Can't see ya. Sorry, social distancing. What was it, 18 miles? Yeah, 18 miles. See you later. Anyway, no, I'm only kidding. So, what you're going to need, while it's finishing that off, you need to make sure that the actual biscuits are broken down into basically like sand. As much as you can. There's no major lumps or bumps or anything like that. Because we're going to put them in the bottom of the tray and they need to stick together. And how we stick them together is by the butter. Okay, so you need just 60 grams of butter to put into the biscuits that we can then put into the actual bottom of the tin. So we'll put this in the microwave. Make sure you put it in the microwave, no more than probably about 40 seconds, and then it'll melt down. So, brilliant. Did you know what? We left our heating on last night, and as we left the heating on, what's happened is it's got so hot in here. And you wonder why? Why we left it on? Because when we went out, come back, oh my god, it's like I'm sweating like there's no tomorrow. But hey, hence the side is helping, by the way. Do you like these? So, when you've got the butter melted, we're going to put it into a bowl. So you're going to have to do a bowl. A lot of it is not going to be using. We're not going to be using the KitchenAid tonight. Not that much, to be fair. It's more the bowl we're going to be using. Okay. So all I'm going to get you to do is make sure you've got a nice deep bowl. We're going to put the actual biscuit crumbs into there, and on top of that, we're going to put the butter in and mix it in together. So I would recommend highly that you have a spatula or. Okay. Oh, we've got an explosion in the butter. This is the best bit. This is like blue Peter eat your heart gone wrong. So, if you grab some more for me. If you grab that up, fabulous. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Brilliant. Thought we had exposure in the microwave. Well, we have, but hey, sort it out later. Okay, that's why I love doing it live, because everything just goes wrong. It's fabulous. Okay. How are we doing? How are we doing? You look like you're rolling icing. You look like you're rolling icing at the moment. Have you taken the anger out? Is it all out now?
No.
Are you feel therapeutic? No? I need to take this Pilates and yoga, I think.
Yoga?
It's like stretching.
No, I need to go to the gym and have a punching bag.
Oh, usually that's me. Anyway, I survive. So, like I said, Sam, what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, and if you can get me a spatula, which should be around here somewhere behind me, just here, thank you. Okay. Yeah, is anyone actually doing this with me tonight? Because people have I've had about the messages that did the Christmas cake, which go live on YouTube channel tomorrow, and also we've got the icing on the 13th of December of the icing with the Christmas cake. And we've got chocolate orange cake next weekend we're going to be doing. So we're going to have a bit of a, you're going to laugh at that. This is going to be so much fun with it. So you've done it really well, Sam. I'm so impressed. It is like a piece of soil from the ground. Look, so good. So you're going to pour that into your bowl. How are we doing? What's the comments tonight? What are you laughing at, Sam? Who said what?
My cousin put fatty scoffing Oreos already.
Well, you're eating the biscuits, but not the actual cooked baking. Oh my god. People, seriously, you've got to make this. This is so cool. It's the most tastiest thing I've ever had. It's so good.
The chef's assistant is the best in these videos. He misses your
He what?
He misses your mischief.
Oh yeah, I know. I know.
I know. I am going to cook more, but the thing is, he's the chef, and I'm just kind of here to just.
Sam's just the best though. Sam's my entertainment. He entertains me enough. Oh, is that something bad? Anyway, moving on. Yeah. So, going back to the actual Oreo. So again, mix your butter into the actual mix of the biscuits there. I'm just building that down a little bit more because we have a slight explosion in the microwave. Do you mind just checking that for me, would you?
Yeah.
That'd be excellent. And it should come together nice and easy, and it should be combined together. So when you put it in the tin, you'll be able to push it down and get a nice biscuit base. Okay? Very much like a cold cheesecake. And one day what I will do is I'll make a hot cheesecake and you'll be able to see what that looks like.
She's dripping.
She's dripping, is she?
She's dripping.
She's dripping. Don't be rude.
I feel like someone
This is PG channel.
I feel like someone is at the door. This is going to be the time now where we'll be like, oh, we've made 2 videos, but we've made the money to bring a celebrity special guest on.
Get over it, I wouldn't dare. I like normal people, that's what I like. Normal people, not all that pay them thousands to come on and do something. What, sit there and say hello just to get the celebrity likes and all that lot. Right, so when you mix all that together, you need to then push that down. And do you know what? Sometimes I say I do like using hands, but one thing you can do with this, try and use a spatula if you can, because you get very crummy hands.
Oh,
We'll be there in a minute, George, you're right. Okay, and then use the big spatula to really push it down. Okay, so don't worry if you haven't got a deep pan. I do have a couple of deep pans, but they are in use for different things that I'm using, especially for the gingerbreads tomorrow. So hence why I'm doubling up on a small tin. So there's nothing stopping you from using small tins as long as you've got the greaseproof to outline the rest of the shape, which raises up the actual cheesecake. So imagine it, we have to make 2 of these at least for these programmes. And we get to flip them or eat them all. Fabulous.
no complaints.
No, even Tony downstairs. If Tony's on tonight, I tell you what, you need to put a comment because trust me, she is loving the baking every day. So pop it outside her door, and she is just like, I'm looking forward to this. She's got. I've obviously messaged her and told her that we have chocolate mousse cake coming to her door. So she is over the moon. Oh, right. One thing I was going to say to you guys: have you ever seen anything like this before? So going back to this, by the way, make sure it's all crushed down as a sandwich. As you can see, it's fully crushed all the way down, levelled out as a bottom base. So if you could put that in the fridge for me, because you need to now make it cold. Do you want a curtsy as well?
Curtsy? I can't do a curtsy.
What the hell's that?
Yeah, I know.
I'll tell you what, he can do
it.
it. He's done a curtsy when he's got heels on. He can do it when he's got heels on.
I don't know what you're on about.
Oh, seriously, Sam, you're walking in heels better than I am, and I've done so many times I've been in heels. You're so much better.
Stay tuned. When we make the cake, we'll do a catwalk in boots, holding a cake each, just like.
Is it weird? That's normal for me.
Like me then.
So, have you seen these? If you haven't, they're so good. I love coffee, by the way, so we're going to be making probably a coffee cake coming up soon as well. But Christmas pudding flavour instant coffee and mince pie coffee. Oh my god, if you've never eaten them, they are so yummy. Go and find them. And I'll tell you what, I actually found them at Home Bargains and B&M. If you're in the UK and you're watching this, highly recommended.
My cousin just said I look like a chicken laying an egg. She's so true. That's so true. Oh my god.
Was it chocolate?
Huh?
Egg.
Chocolate egg? Of course, do you want to eat it?
No, I won't go that far. Okay. So, can you start doing those for me very kindly? You put one in the microwave for me for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And then every 30 seconds, start open the microwave and then mix it with a nice spoon to ensure that it doesn't burn. Because chocolate burns so quick, so make sure it's very, very slow.
This is where the whole kitchen blows up.
Yeah, don't get cooking. He wanted to learn how to cook, and now I do it live on TV, and it's very on the channel, and unfortunately it just goes wrong. So, as I said, they're going to go from 1 minute 30 at each time. I would recommend a little couple of things for you. When you're doing chocolate, also, while you're waiting for one, they start to harden quite quickly. So get just your kitchen sink, and where you've got a microwave bowl and you've cooked it in there and it's nicely melted, just use this kitchen sink, fill it up with just some warm water, and just place it very gently in the very shallow part of the sink. Okay? Are you listening, Sam? So with the actual bar, can you just fill up the sink for me? Just spray it about an inch full with hot water, and when it comes to the microwave, all you need to do is just put that into the actual bowl. Fabulous. Okay.